needed a father. Timothy came home and was excited about going. And so Kim and I kind of had to figure out, because of some issues relating to his health, who was going to go. And I agreed to short straw. But I really did enjoy it. I appreciate the fact that he was interested. And so I thank the Lord for the opportunity to do something on an off season, because we didn't have a group in that time. So it was a special trip. Some of the things that you might hear is that we did this and we did that. I think the breadth of the destruction is kind of hard to put into words, certainly hard to put on pictures, because you don't understand how many houses are affected. And so you kind of get, you feel very small. You feel very insignificant when you're there. The house that we did the first day was just basically sand everywhere. And so we were shoveling sand, and one of the funny things was, as we were loading the bus, I mean, there's snow everywhere in the parking lot, this hadn't been plowed yet, and we're throwing stuff in the back of this bus, and I had brought along a camp wheelbarrow. And it was like one of those things, Troy and I looked at each other and said, "Can we bring this thing?" So thankfully we did not, because there was plenty of wheelbarrows. There just wasn't a whole lot of people there to be hauling the wheelbarrow. But plenty of wheelbarrows, but just an amazing amount of sand. And as you start shoveling this sand, it just never goes away. There's always more sand, more sand, more sand. But the first house, the two fellows showed up that were son-in-laws to the owner. And it was just really special to be there working alongside of them. As somebody mentioned, they had money. The mother-in-law had money. But they were so appreciative of our work. They said it then. They was able to share with them why we were there, give them a track and tell them to get in contact with Andrea. All those things that kind of planted seeds of why we're there. We're not certainly there for our reward. It was for God's glory. But then as we were eating lunch, I told Timothy I'd share this because he was a little embarrassed to share this. But as we're eating lunch there, they stopped by and they invited us and said, anytime you're in the area, like we're going to be in, wherever we were, just stop by, knock on the door, and tell my mother-in-law who you are, and she'll invite you in. And he said, I'll drink a beer with you. And we all said, you can have your beer. We'll just. But they were just so appreciative, just so thankful, and it was genuine. And that, to me, is very special. One shovel, a couple of wheelbarrow loads, but God, it's amazing. God can reproduce that and multiply that. And I think that as individuals and as a church, if we understand that, we can't reach everybody, we can't talk to everybody, but we can do our part for the Lord, and the Lord can multiply that and multiply that. So I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for really encouraging us as we went to prayer and support and food and the bus. I didn't realize I was going to drive that much, and we stopped at some place, and Don said, "You ready?" Yep. So I got to drive through New Jersey chasing after Dave in the van. So it was fun. It was a great time, but I do appreciate serving the Lord.